Right, now that you find the p, you have to find the pi. Okay, the phi is in this part of the thing, so this is your p right here. Now remember, it's not negative and it's not positive because it's a distance. Now I'm going to have to do my tangent. So it's the tangent of is sine over cosine, so I do the tangent of phi is equal to 7 on the square root of 2 over 10 divided by the square root of 2 over negative 10. Now notice how the sine is positive and the cosine is negative, which is in the second quadrant. So you know that this value, this angle that you get here, has to be in the second quadrant. So when you invert and multiply, you're going to get the tangent of phi is equal to, let's see, those are going to cancel out, so you're going to have 7 on the square root of 2 over 10 times negative 10 and the square root of 2, so those are going to go, those are going to go. So you're literally going to get negative 7. When you do the inverse tangent of negative 7, you're going to get a negative 81.9. Well, thinking about where that is, that's going to be down here. I want it up here. So I'm going to add 180 to that, which is going to give me a value of 98.1 degrees. So that's your P, and this is your phi. Your phi is 98.1, and that's what they're asking you for. Okay, the P and the phi. Okay, and that would allow you then to turn around and you have gone from your standard back to your normal. Okay. All right, the last section in this chapter had to do with finding the distance between a point on a coordinate plane and the normal line. Okay, so if you look, it literally says find the distance between the point with the given coordinates and the line with the given equation. So what I have is this is number 49 in the back of the book, so -3, -4 is my point, and then this is my equation that I'm going to turn around and put in standard form. Okay, so when I do that, let's see, which number is this? Okay, so I'm going to pull everything over, so I have a positive 3x plus 2y minus 6 equals 0. I've got that down here. To find the distance, I'm going to divide it by, very similar to what we just did, opposite sign of that, so positive square root of this squared plus this squared. Okay, but now I've got a value for for the x and the y, it's -3 and -4, and I'm literally just going to plug it in. So I have 3 times -3 plus 2 times -4 minus 6 divided by the square root of 13. So I have -9 plus -8 minus 6 over the square root of 13. I'm going to come back over here, so that's going to give me a -17. How about a -23 over, I'm trying to find where it was. There it was, -23 over the square root of 13. But I have to rationalize my denominator. So I'm going to multiply it by the square root of 13 over the square root of 13. So my final answer, or my distance from this point to this point, this is a point, this is a line, is going to be 23 on the square root of 13 over 13. And that's going to be my answer. All right, that's number 49. Let's look at the same, doing the same thing. Let's look at number, I don't know, let's look at 51. Okay, give you another example. Okay, 51 is going through the point 21, 20, and the equation is y is equal to 1/3 x plus 6. I want to move everything over, so I have a -1/3 x plus y minus 6 equals 0. but I'm going to get rid of my fraction, I'm going to get rid of my negative because I want to put it in standard form. So I'm going to multiply this whole thing by a negative 3. So that's going to give me an x plus a negative 3y plus an 18 is equal to 0. And that's where I'm going to start. I'm going to divide it by opposite sign of that, so negative square root of 1 squared plus negative 3 squared, which is 9. So and then I'm going to substitute in my x and my y. So 21 plus negative 3 times 20 plus 18 over negative square root of 10. So I have 21 plus a negative 60 minus 18, or actually it's going to be, yeah, it's positive, isn't it? Okay, so it's actually going to give me, let's see, 21 minus 60 plus 18. So I get a negative 21 divided by a negative square root of 10, which is going to give me a 21 on the square root of 10 over 10. And that's going to be my distance between those. When all is said and done, my distance is going to be a positive form, but if it's negative, it gives a different location to it. So you can leave it as positive or negative, making sure that it's right in conjunction with the fact that you're going to divide by the opposite of that one. So if this is positive, you're going to divide by a negative. All right, then sometimes finding the distance here, they asked you for the distance between two lines. So that's like number, let's see, 53 is like that. Okay, so they give you these two lines. So one line is this, and the other line is this. They're parallel lines, obviously. All right, so I need to find a point from one of these that's going to go through, and I'm going to choose this one. The y-intercept is 3, so I know that's the point 0, 3. So now I'm going to take this one, put it in the right form, so I have a negative 3/4 x plus y plus 1/2 equals 0. I'm going to multiply everything by negative 4 to take away that negative and take away the fractions. So this is going to give me a 3x plus negative 4y minus 2 equals 0. So I'm going to divide by opposite sign. And then this squared is 9. This squared is 16. So it's the square root of 25 or 5. So I have 3 times, and I can plug that in, 0 plus negative 4 times 3 minus 2 over 5. So that's going to give me on the top, I've got a negative 14, and on the bottom I have a 5. So your distance then, and you can write it as positive 14 over 5. Okay? All right. What I want you to do then is going to be the even problems on these pages. Okay, you will find in your packet of information, you will find these problems done out. So you want to review the problems, make sure you know how to do them correctly before you start a new test. So on page 478 through 480, I want you to do 12 through 54 even. And like I said, in your packet of information, you actually have the answers to those problems and those problems done out.